Hi everyone, welcome back. Time to do, I think I've lost count. I want to say like 7, maybe 8, week 7 of the garden tour. This one's going to be an evening tour because I did not get to it yesterday morning. So I'm going to show you everything. Everything's really taking off. I know I say that all the time, but it amazes me how far it's come in the last couple of weeks, 2 months roughly that it's been in the ground. I'm really close to having flower bouquets that I can sell. My snapdragons look awesome. I just did a second round of zinnias and some sunflower seeds, so I'm excited to see how that all turns out. I was able to get quite a bit of the garden weeded this last time, so the cosmos here are looking good. Caladiums look good. Bells of Ireland look really good. I love these flowers. The one thing is they have like thorns. Can you see that? So they are kind of pokey. When you cut them, I'm kind of waiting to see if they get a little bit longer stem length. You can see like there's a bunch of little side shoots, but I'd have to cut them all the way down to the ground. I'd probably only get about one usable stem, but then you go through and trim these leaves out so that you just see the flowers. Something like that. They're really pretty. And then the zinnias look so-so. They're starting to bud up. Have quite a bit of leaf bug damage, but as long as I can protect the buds, that's the important thing. I did find some volunteer bells of Ireland when I was weeding that I thought was exciting. I hilled the glads, so I pushed the dirt up around those. Planted sunflowers like literally 2-3 days ago. They all look like they're coming up pretty good. So hopefully the bugs don't go after them. And then same, the zinnias look really good too. So off to a good start. Tomatoes are looking good. Started watering everything with some deep soaking water, and that's really helped turn them around. I have to go through and prune off some of the bottom leaves. Probably need to come in and prune the tomato plants. Like that's, this year's a big sucker that doesn't need to be on there, so we can keep the plant opened up. That probably needs to be on my to-do list. I need to pull the stuff around the bottom, but things looking good. And I did notice that I have baby tomatoes on my orange cherry tomato plant. So I say not long now, but it'll be still forever. These cosmos look really good, and I have my first flower on the cosmos. I want to see the plants get a little bigger before I start taking cuttings off of them. Just so that way I can use some of the foliage too. Oh no! Evil weed. Evil weed. Get rid of that. These onions. So I'm not sure if it was just the onion from seed or if it was the fact that I mulched the onions, because I've never done that and I feel like they struggled a little bit with the mulch. I don't know that it was the mulch per se or just the fact that they were mulched. So I might next year try not mulching them and see. I'll do a smaller section of from seed to see how that works. Kohlrabi's looking pretty good. Nothing sizing up in there yet. Peas have really taken off, and I have quite a few peas that are starting to form. This is what happens with the wind. You need to carefully stick these back up here. Probably tie them off so that they don't flop. Radishes, I've harvested and used some. Some of them are like really big. Like those have gone to seed. Those have split. Those are way too woody and earthy to eat now. I'll probably do a second round of those Beets are getting close to being ready. Just need them to bulb up a little bit. Garlic still looks so-so. Not sure what's going to come with those. But here you can see the snapdragons. That plant's really bushed out. The ones that I went through and pinched look really, really good. And then I've just been pinching these ones really deeply as these flowers start up. Oh, another weed. Gone. So, these yellow ones are really good. The more heat we get, the more they take off. So I'll come through, cut these, try and see if I can sell my first bouquet of the season. And then they should bulk up from there. Yarrow's looking good. This one finally has some new growth. The celosia, I'm still hopeful, is going to take on some side shoots and get a little taller so that I can use it. Like, I could almost use that one for a bouquet, but it would take the whole plant to really have a usable stem length. So I'm going to see if they get a little taller. Sea holly looks good. The gomphrena is finally starting to put on flowers. So I've got, looks like white ones here. And then I got a pink one over there. So we'll see how long before those take off. This is the lemon basil, which smells amazing. It's looking a lot better and putting on some growth now, so just need to get some stem length on it. Same with the purple basil. More cinnamon basil. More yarrow. Beans have filled in really well and are starting to get their flower buds, so we will have beans shortly. Sage looks good. We'll see if that gets long enough to use. And then more yarrow. Potato plants are flowering. So we are getting close to starting the formation of the tomatoes. Or potatoes. I do have these potato bugs. I've been squashing them or picking them off and feeding them to the chickens. There's only some plants that have them. It's more this row than any other thing, so looks like I need to come through tonight and pick those off. And the squash plant looks good. This is the only section I have left to weed. But dill looks pretty good. Jack, be nice. Cucumbers are looking pretty good. Carrots are really starting to look healthy. I've been looking to see if I have any swallowtail butterflies. They like dill, but I've noticed them a lot on carrots in the past, so keeping an eye out for those. My spinach is all going to seed, so it's probably time for me to pull that. Kale looks good back there. Cabbage, so-so, kind of depends. But, and then my once was thought to be Brussels sprouts, that is really celery, looks really good. So I think that's gonna form up to be some really nice celery. So one little section of the garden left to weed. Been watering pretty intensely with how dry it's been. We got about almost an inch of rain yesterday, which, well, like last night through the night, helped a lot, but we definitely have been dry here, so going to have to continue watering, but I think it'll really make a difference. I am so excited to see what comes out of here for flowers. That's going to be the big adventure this year, so stay tuned to find out. Thanks for coming along on the tour, everyone.